The purpose of this video is to demonstrate the features of the PetStop Diagnostic Charging Base, or as we refer to it as the DCB, that recharges both the Ecolite high output and the Link Ecolite receivers, and also does a 7-point diagnostic test to ensure the receiver is working properly. This is very similar to the way a mechanic scans the computer system in your car when your check engine light or other warning lights come on. PetStop is the only company that offers this unique testing feature for their rechargeable Ecolite receivers. Please note that both probes must be attached in order to test and recharge either receiver. The nylon straps have been removed from these receivers for ease of making this video. The first example will be with a receiver that has some charge remaining. After inserting the receiver into the DCB, the test begins with the flashing red and green alternating lights. You will hear the receiver beeping, indicating that it is not completely discharged. The test will only take about 5 seconds and will end with a flashing green light indicating that all 7 tests have passed and the receiver is now charging. After approximately 3 hours, the green light will stop flashing and stay on to indicate the receiver is fully charged for another 3 weeks of use. The next example is a receiver that is completely discharged. After the receiver is inserted into the DCB, you will notice there is no beeping sound. This is because the receiver is completely discharged. You will also notice the test takes considerably longer and will end with a flashing red light. This indicates a failed battery test due to the discharged status. If you leave the receiver in the DCB for approximately 3 hours, when the charging is completed, the DCB will automatically retest the receiver and you will hear the beeping, see the flashing red and green lights, and the test will end on a solid green light indicating recharging is complete. The other option after failing the battery test is to remove the receiver from the DCB after a few minutes of charging and then reinsert it into the DCB. Since it now has a partial charge, you will hear the beeping, see the red and green flashing lights, and assuming no other problems, the test will end on a flashing green light indicating charging has begun. Although this is not very common, if you have set your link receiver to 0 or beep only, because there is no correction being detected from the DCB, that part of the test will always fail and you will get a flashing red light at the end of the test. You will need to set the link receiver to at least correction level 1 in order to pass the test for correction and get a flashing green light, assuming there are no other problems detected. And last but not least, if you noticed the red light flashing for low charge, you have approximately 2 days left before completely discharged. In my opinion, this is one of the most convenient features of either Ecolite receiver. In the morning, when putting the receiver on your dog, if the low charge indicator is flashing, simply put the receiver in the DCB for 5 to 10 minutes, and that will provide enough charge to stop the flashing red indicator and provide safe use of the receiver the entire day until you can recharge it for the full 3 hours at the end of the day.